What's good? It's your boy, Trouble T-Roy. Back with Hit, Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. And we back with another one. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and give a round of applause to your boy, Giovani Santillan. Everybody give it up for Giovani Santillan. You know what I'm saying? I guess, while we at it, everybody stand up. If you're from San Diego, California, stand up. I gotta put on for my city just for a moment. Oh, shit. All right, now. So, crazy. Just watched this fight this weekend. Watched a couple of fights this weekend, but this is the one that stood out for me. Alexis Rocha versus Giovani Santillan. I hope I'm saying this name right. Crazy fight, man. Crazy fight. Ends in a 6-round KO. Crazy fight. I actually want to go back and watch it again because when I watched it, it was just on my phone at work. It's Tuesday now. It's Tuesday morning. I was going to do this video Sunday night, Monday, maybe, but didn't get to. But it's Tuesday now, and I figured let me go ahead and get on it real quick. Be a quick video. Very shocking. Well, to me, shocking. Shocking to me. I never heard of Santillan till Saturday. Honestly, being real honest. Once again, I'm still learning a lot about boxing. I'm learning a lot about these boxers. This man is, let's see, 31. Actually, now he's 32-0. It's crazy. I never even heard of dude. I didn't even know anything about this fight till this weekend, so that tells you enough right there. I really didn't see much promotion on it. I remember Rocha was supposed to be fighting by the end of this year or early next year. I just didn't know when. So literally about Thursday or Friday, I realized, oh snap, I heard somebody mention it. Like, oh, Alexis Rocha's fighting. I got to try to tune into that. Ended up working that night, but got it on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Watched it on my phone and was like, all right, I'm glad I got to see this live. It was fire. It was some fire. I was rooting for Rocha. Unfortunately, he didn't bring enough to the table. He didn't bring enough into that ring. And Santillan, I'll just call him Giovani. Giovani was ready. He was ready, and he was definitely willing to go toe to toe and bang it out. You know what I'm saying? And that was just crazy, man. I don't know much about the man. I mean, looking at his resume, really, I don't know. I know Eric Bone, but I don't know much about him. That's the only name on his resume, honestly, that looks familiar. Everybody else I've never seen or heard of, or if I have seen or heard of them, I just didn't really, stick with me. But this dude came into that ring against Alexis Rocha and was hungry. I was rooting for Rocha because I know who he is. Obviously, been following him for a while now. One of my favorite fights, one of the fights that really got me really watching him was this fight against Blair Cobbs. I seen when I think I watched him when he lost to Rashidi Ellis. I think that was the first time I had actually seen him fight. But I thought that even in that fight, I was like, hey, I'm still follow this Rocha kid. He's young, he's pretty talented. He seems like he got something to him, so I'm gonna keep up with him. And like I said, next time I called up with him was against Blair Cobbs, and I saw the way he did Blair Cobbs. And I was pretty impressed with that because he just seemed like a kid who was just ready to throw it down. He meet you in the middle of that ring and stand toe to toe and go, square up and go at it. And yeah, seen him again a couple of times after that. Uh, but I didn't see this coming with this Giovani cat. Um, Giovani just had more. He just had more bang in him. I don't know how else to put it. I know Rocha is a dude that likes to just throw down. I didn't know much about Giovani, but I know Alexis likes to throw down, and I'm like, yeah, more than likely he's young, strong, and every time I have seen him fight, he fight like he's hungry. He fight like he's not gonna be the last man down. He's gonna be the last man standing up. That's kind of his mentality when he gets in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Kind of funny. He got that real soft face, so you wouldn't know if you just see him, walking around or whatever like that. But the dude will throw. He throws down. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Giovani it was Giovanni's night. it was his night. You know. And I really ain't got much to say about the fight. I mean, Giovani, he threw down. I didn't realize during the fight that Alexis was actually by numbers, he was the bigger guy in the ring as well. I don't know how much they both weighed the night of the fight, the night they walked in that ring. But as far as height and reach, Alexis was the taller and guy with the longer reach. But when they were in the ring together throwing down, Giovani to me looked like he was big. I don't know what he hydrated to, but that dude looked big to me for some reason. I thought he was overall bigger than Alexis. Maybe it's just the way that he was dominating him in that ring. I mean, he really was putting it on Alexis. I mean, when he threw that 5-piece lead left hook on him to put him down that I believe the second time in the fight, that was crazy. That was very crazy. I was like, wow, this dude is not playing. I thought after, I want to say the second knockdown, or no, I thought after the first knockdown that Rocha, I thought, okay, Rocha gonna get up, he gonna shake that off, and he gonna get back to it. But it's like they both just kept banging it out, and Giovani just kept on coming with more force, coming forward with more, to the point that he had Rocha backing up to a point. And I know what happened. I can't remember what round it was, but his cornerman told him, hey, you're not gonna just be able to bang it out with this dude. You're gonna have to box him, start using your jab, use your jab to set some shots up. And interesting thing as well is that I don't want to go without mentioning is that this was a southpaw versus southpaw fight as well. And I don't know either or's experience against southpaws, but I always know a southpaw versus southpaw fight always tends to be a very interesting fight, because 9 times out of 10, either one of those southpaws hasn't fought many other southpaws, because the normal stance in boxing is the more common stance in boxing is orthodox, which if you're not into boxing, you may not know that, but that is the most common stance in boxing. Orthodox, with the rear hand being the stronger hand. Sometimes you run into guys where their lead hand is the stronger hand. We've had boxers like that as well, but 9 times out of 10 is a right-hander. That stance is in the orthodox. So, but that should be mentioned as well, which made it another interesting fight though. 2 southpaws going at it, and yeah. So at one point, Rocha did start to use his boxing skills. It was very brief though, because as soon as Giovani started getting in there, as soon as he started really getting back into him and putting the pressure back on Alexis, Alexis went back to what he knows how to do, and that's once again banging it out. And it turned in more from a it turned more from a fight of, you know, just pure, just aggression, I want to say, to, it went from that more so to a fight of survival, you know, to the point where you could tell Rocha was just on his survival thing, where he know, hey, it's either going to be me or you at this point, because they're both banging it out, and Rocha's just catching the worst of it. You know, he's catching the worst of it. Ended up bleeding by the end of the fight, by the KO in the 6th round, was bleeding. You can tell he was very frustrated, you know, unfortunately. I mean, that happens. That's part of the game. You know, nobody likes to lose, you know, but it you know, it is what it is. The more hungrier person, in my opinion, got the win. And with that being said, once again, big shout out to Giovani. Very good fighter. And once again, from my from my city, San Diego, California. You know what I'm saying? Where we got the, you know, we got the beaches and we got the game bangers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, very good fight. Yeah, ain't much else to say about that one. All I can say about Rocha, me personally, I'm gonna be looking for Santillan. I'm gonna be looking for him in the future, of course, because he is now the WBO NABO welterweight champion. That Rocha, I believe, has been defending for, I don't know, a couple fights or so, I want to say. Can't say for sure. I would have to go back and look into that. But that belt now belongs to Giovani, so congratulations to him, and we'll be looking for more from him, definitely. I'll be following him, seeing what he does next. See some good fights for him in the future, in the near future. See some success for him in the future if he keeps fighting like that. I did see, just like a lot of come forward fighters that like to bang it out with their opponents, I did see some flaws, but just like Rocha, I seen flaws with him before he fought Giovani. So fighters like that, you tend to see flaws a lot sooner than pure boxers, counter punchers and things of that sort. So, you know, it's all a matter of styles at the end of the day, because even both of them being come forward fighters, you see one of them tended to be the bigger puncher out of the two, the more aggressive and the more solid as of that night. You know what I'm saying? The more accurate, because Giovani landed a lot of good shots on the Rocha that Rocha either didn't see coming, or he just didn't have the defense to stop it, and didn't have the leg work to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I do want to go back and watch some of Giovani's older fights, and actually I want to go back and watch some of Rocha's older fights as well, the ones that I did see, because like I said, I ain't been following Rocha that long as well, obviously, as Giovani at all. But, you know, it's always good to go back and, you know, do some studying on both styles and see what, you know, can happen in the future for them both. I would like to see a rematch maybe in about a year or so. I think, you know, some people are saying that Rocha versus Giovani, that fight, as far as a rematch, isn't necessary. It'll be the same results. You know, just, you know, Rocha just move on. But I mean, me personally, I see Rocha, he's young. I think he's 25 or 26, so he still has time to develop. He's still developing into, you know, coming in probably, I would assume he's still developing into his prime as a fighter, as a man. I mean, I see what he could have done. He did have spurts of good moments in the fight. Like I said, when his corner told him to kind of box a little more, he was able to do it for, it would almost seem like just a split second, but when he did do it, he seemed to look a little better when he started utilizing the jab into his, into the arsenal, and kind of fighting more off the back feet. I don't even think he necessarily needs to fight off the back feet, but put a little more space in between fighters like that, especially ones that come with that same come forward style. You could throw them off by keeping them at a distance, with the jab and setting up more shots while that man is coming in. Because one day, Giovani, I didn't see much in his defense or head movement where I could say that he can't be, hit. And maybe even more shots than seeing that Alexis has a bit longer of a reach. For him to go to the body a little more will also probably help. But already know going to the body is always risky, so he would have to definitely time his shots a lot better against somebody like Giovani. But yeah, I see ways that Rocha could, grow, develop. I say he gets him 2 or 3 more fights in 2024. Like I say, he's still young, so he has time. There's no reason to rush these young fighters. That's what that's the kind of message I've been trying to put out. Stop trying to rush these fighters into fighting the top guys just so they could get all the way up there within less than so many fights just to lose. And now their whole fan base is against them because they lost. I put up a post earlier or last night or yesterday about losing. I'll put that on the screen. And but we already know how boxing is. You take a loss or two and then people just lose it. Like, oh yeah, he's no good, he was never that guy, and all this crazy shit. It's like, no, it ain't even that serious. The man took a loss, he could bounce back, especially somebody as young as somebody like Rocha, somebody still in their 20s. It's like, no, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do as a boxer, and he's trying to fight the best. I say continue to let him keep fighting the best. Just throw a couple of names, a couple of names in between the big fights that he could develop with. Throw a couple of other pressure fighters at him, and let him figure out how to work with them other than just trying to bang it out with them. Have him work on his boxing skills. Have him work on his footwork going lateral, not just going forward. Go side to side. Because like I said, and I don't think that was the first time I've seen Rocha actually box. I think he just didn't box enough in this fight, which is why he kept getting caught up in between exchanges, getting caught in between exchanges with the more successful Giovani Santillan, but I think he's capable of beating this dude. I think it was just Santillan's night, it wasn't Rocha's night, but all in all, great fight. I hope they are able to run it back depending on where they both are with their careers by 2025. Like I say, give it about a year, then let's see it back again, because a rematch doesn't have to happen right away. I think it's always better, if possible, for both guys to, or at least if one guy wants to take some time to kind of continue to develop and figure out other things about themselves as boxers and their style and their skills and stuff. I don't mind them taking time, a year or two, especially at age of 20, mid 20s, early to mid 20s for sure, even late 20s. So, but every boxer's different. And of course, every fan is going to feel a different way because, like I said, some fans feel like it's not even necessary to even run back a rematch because they don't think Rocha has anything for Santillan. So, I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, another great fight, another banger before the year ends. Another one. I can only ask for one more. It's already about to be November. Can I get one more banger? We got a couple of more fights coming up that I am interested in. At least one more for sure. The other one, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. We'll see though. But I can't ask for more. This has been a great year of boxing. Much better than it's been, over the last few years. Finally got to see some fights happen. We saw some fights that I actually never believed would happen. So hopefully, we go into 2024 with even more and better. With the way things are looking, things may get better. We may see more, depending on certain situations and circumstances. If you know what I mean, that's a whole nother video. But hey, great stuff, great boxing, great weekend. Can't ask for better. Please comment. Leave me with how you felt about this fight. Let me know how you felt. Let me know what you think about a rematch. And on and on. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and all that good shit. It's your boy Trouble T. Roy. Don't get hit boxing talk. Alright, y'all. Peace.
Gotta have legal defense, the flow kills. The guilty bystander proceeds with no guilt. All things forward, the movement got no chill. You dislike, no love lost, no spill. You heard it here from that foolie from Go Ill. Was such a dope sounder to have you on tilt. Backhanded beats for your automobile. Like this, I mean like so. You mean like Black Rob spoke like whoa. Like that, I believe we broke through it. New shit that rewrites hope. 10 times in a row, rewind flow. Landmark ain't simulator, we might flow. 10 times in a row, rewind flow. Johnny Depp